Hello everyone, this is Cookies. I've got turn 23. Let's go ahead and hop into this one. This particular turn file was labeled as spicy by Arco. So let's see what he thought was spicy. We do have a few messages here. From Pythium, war begins next turn. Kinda disappointing to see Shen lose 40 dieback for almost nothing. Given their expansion, I thought they would have more. Pyrene's best shot is to defeat in detail, bringing their whole army versus smaller squads and taking low attrition. I'm kind of expecting them to defend the forest in 97, but we'll hit 99 and 98 just outside the cap circle with my biggest armies, and then possibly combine for a push on to the cap. I'm also sending two smaller raids that hopefully cut off cave income for Pyrene. Overall, I'm pretty nervous about the Knights. They're strong, and 60 is quite a lot. Very different than fighting Indies. Yeah, I would hope so. I'm not sure my troops have enough damage, but the Emerald Guard get up to 18, so with some body ethereal, hopefully they'll last long enough for chip damage to get through. You can also, from Pythium's perspective, you can target their MR. So smiting, paralyze, soul slay, whatever you get up to, and thumb, enslave mind. You can also do, was it like charm animal or something? Like there's definitely ways to get at the knights for Pythium. Let's see. Mage firepower is going to be important, but I haven't had time to test, so I'm going off instinct. I don't think my single target spells scale well into these bigger battles, but we'll see. They could, but the front line has to last long enough. I also see Machaca's big spider army on my border now. Not sure where it came from. Maybe the one province I didn't have a scout in. Not sure why he moved towards me instead of pushing yes. I'm a bit worried they cut a deal, and now Machaca is coming back to finish the job. There isn't too much I can do this turn. I'm going to count on my higher production to start moving troops that way and hope that forts slow them down enough I can rally something on the backside. Would make sense if Yes and Pyrene both incentivized Machaca to go after me. No idea what's happening underwater, but hopefully Yes is kept in check. All right. Then we've got Agartha. This is a fair amount of reading for me. All right. Well, this was a dreadfully unexciting turn. Either Yes anticipated me and laid a trap, or pulled their troops elsewhere instead of raiding. I'm building anti-raider groups based on Earthmeld, Olms, and Magma Kids. That hopefully should be able to handle any smaller forces or thugs Yes sends into my lands. I think you might be overestimating how much stuff Yes has. Because Machaca's definitely tied up a bunch of forces, but we'll see. In the meantime, I'm sending a small force to catch them if they invade from the east. I consider sending more, but I think it is more important to capture his castles ASAP than have a perfect raid defense. Yeah, that fits with his kind of like strategic theory of victory, which is taking forts and not losing them, and then catching up eventually in the raiding game. I hope Oceania and Machaca will be distracting him and cutting into Yes's income. But I'm going to treat this as if it is a solo war. Fortunately, my diplomatic efforts are bearing fruit in the shape of trading items and gems for large numbers of water. Okay. Ulm Conclave is a fantastic spell, and in retrospect, I should have prioritized it sooner. However, my site searching is going abysmally. 3 remote searches and 3 regular site searches this turn turned up absolutely nothing. I'm stuck in a mere 3 water income a turn still, and that could be cut down to 1 if I lose one particular province. Trade is the only reason I've been able to get 4 ohms so far. I expect to summon 2 more next turn, but 20 gems for a useful mage, which I am desperately short on, and 15 Mind Blasters just cannot be beat. Alright. Yeah, it really does suck when you do a lot of site searching for the paths you really want and you don't get what you want. Alright, this will be a crucial turn. Colossus will hopefully finally move to the throne to deconstruct a fort. Okay, so he's going for the punish move. I think Jotun overestimates his power, and especially with +1 cold, even he will be bold enough to let his fort burn and attack my cap. We'll see how it goes, but I got a lucky event for 20 PD this turn. Oh, man. I don't... If it's a bunch of Adites, that could help. But the Giants don't really care about PD, but it does take them a long time to kill PD. We'll see how that works. All right, Jotunheim. Oh, so Navad doesn't know what is good for him. Figures. I take 1.5 turns of Sacred Wreck for a much easier cap storm later on. So now I should be able to get him with no army support. Too bad. The army collision mechanic is so annoying. You should be able to see this turn if I manage to catch Nabaz's God. That is, if random numbers luck is on my side, unless he moved to the cave. Alternatively, I could have sieged his cap this turn, but I don't like my chances with that many body ethereal casters. Need more bodies. Okay. So he's just trying to starve out the income and just keep building an advantage. All right. Which is definitely valid. If I have an opportunity for a quick war, though, I do like to take it. I think he had a chance to do that last turn. We'll see. All right. So first up, we got Shenu attacking Pyrene. Just a little group of Bakemono killing some PD. Whoops. Can't defend everything. Then in Swandi, we've got Machaka attacking Yes. This is a big Yes stack. They care not for your spiders. Are these the champions, though? Why are they charging in? Interesting. Seems like it could be a problem. I would fix this script. I don't know how close they're paying attention to these reports. Like, if they just look at this and go, oh, I'm fine. But then you look at the actual fighting, and it's like, probably don't want random Morvarks getting caught out alone. Alright, got some Emerald Guard. Small expendable raid. These guys are more expensive than they... I think they're like 18 or 20 gold or something. So it's more expensive than it looks. You pay for the quality humans, though. Yeah, 20 gold each. Guess you're getting 18 prot and honestly, pretty good stats for humans. Alright. Then we've got Lightport. So Machaka attacking, yes. A group of spiders running into a group of Morvarks. This one's got a GSS. What about the... Ooh, we have multiple GSS thugs. This Morvark's got a Glamour Gem. And these two both. Alright. Let's see how they do. There is a little bit of PD that might try to distract. These guys are on hold and attack closest. They might latch onto the militia. Maybe the Morvarks get a free chance to get a couple of hits in. Yeah, so it looks like hold and attack closest. Alright, these Morvarks gotta get in there though. This is a really long script. These militia are just about toast. At a minimum, though, at least they've worn off the lances. Alright, let's see how they do. They do hit the flank of the spiders. This guy does have a GSS. Oh, she got walloped? She got walloped and got scared. So the spider hits her for 15. Then she hits the hunter spider for 21 and leaves. We'll see if any of these Morvarks get away. Looks like they're stuck because of this guy. Oh, this squad's not routed, so they're still staying in. Now they are. Alright, so kills one black hunter. That's 100 gold. Loses two more of our knights. That's 230 gold. And I guess this guy. So Machaka coming out a little bit ahead on that one. Then Iron Peaks. Got a small raid. Oh, we don't need to watch them kill PD. Then in Bogatin. Alright, we got a Pythium stack. Alright, some Body Ethereal. In Lorborough. Got the Agartha army. We got a batch of Morvarks. So these Morvarks are going to have Moss Body put on them. 4 of them have GSSs, and they've got the Glamour Gem. Do you see, was it Lesser Flame Ward getting put on? They haven't spent their Glamour Gem just yet. Oh, now they have. Oh, was that for Displaced Body? Okay. So they've got Displaced. If I remember right. Yeah. Wait a second. So there's Displaced, and then... Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out. Displaced Body is really good. I was just wondering if it's stacked with Blur. I forget if it does. Alright, but go ahead and jump into the fight. Maybe those pearls are for soul slaves? I'm not sure. Alright, so in go the Morvarks. Not gonna lie, this isn't looking great for Agartha. Oh, a couple of them go down. Looks like maybe they're starting to harass them down a bit. These guys do have 18 attack. 27 defense. Oh, but a lot of them are passed out. They're fatigue negative. What's their encumbrance? Melee encumbrance is 7 and they're fighting in severe cold, so it's 10. Or no. Severe cold is contributing, so they're at 7. So it's too cold for these Morvarks to stay awake. Otherwise they might have gotten a few more rounds in. Looks like they've routed. This is pretty significant. I wonder if these Heavenly Fire Smites have been killing a lot of these Morvarks too? No. I guess 6 damage. We'll have to... I'll check how some of them died. I think it's just going to be a lot of critical hits from being passed out. Oh, but the Agarthan army is fleeing. Okay. Let's see. So a couple of the adepts fled. A lot of the troops are dead. I don't care as much about the horses, but we can check. Alright, so we got poison damage. We got ethereal negating stuff. But yeah, I do want to see the riders. Alright, let's see how this one died. Mirror image blocks that one. Ethereal blocks. Ethereal negates. Okay, Sentinel hit. Wow, the Ethereal really putting in some work for this one. Attack roll 37. Yeah, and they're just getting crits, so it did 22 points of damage. And let's go ahead and see this one as well. Shard Guard getting a hit. Yeah, they just got worn down. They got worn down and passed out. Too many things to kill. Oh, this one retreated. Okay. What did this one get killed by? Minus 17? Sentinel? Alright. Very cool fight here. Where's that? That was here. So 2 Morgan champions go down. 385 gold. I think they all had GSSs and they were experienced. I think a lot of them were heroes, if I... Potentially? Or those on the Machaca front? Okay. He did spend 4 glamour gems, but Agartha spent, I think, more fire gems trying to keep his troops up versus the Morvarks. Does kill 9, so I don't know, let's call this like 1,000 gold. Although it's a little bit more. And then kills these 2, so this is almost 800 gold. So not too far off from 2,000 gold. And it costs him 13 sentinels. The sentinels got the majority of the kills. Shardcard picked up a few kills as well. Those guys aren't even 10 gold. These guys are 13, 40. The sentinels are summoned. Shardguard are 45. So maybe 2.5 shard guards as a Morvark Knight. So pretty close there. Yeah, I think that I think this battle is actually, in terms of gold cost, especially once you add in the gems, I think it's pretty close. I think it's just a little bit of a bloodbath. Because Agartha brought all these fire gems and he spent them all. You can see here when they start running forward. Well, this guy's still got 3, I guess. Yeah, so you can see the gem expenditures there. Okay. So that was a pretty nice battle. Where was that? That was Lorborough. Okay. So next up we're in Scatley Swamps. Pythium attacking Pyrene. Just a little raid going up against some lizards. Pythium wins. And Ard Alright, we got the Pythium army, just killing PD. In Golfalas, we've got Pyrene attacking Shenu. A little bit of a raid here. Although they're just being archers. Alright. And it works. Not bad. Loses 2. Then in Karsus, got some more Morvarks. They're going to kill a little bit of PD. In Winter Peaks, got some wolves. They should be able to clear that up. And then in Jome, got Yes attacking Machaka. A little bit of Morvark action. Then in Verdant Steppe, I'm still waiting. I want more spice, considering this turn got labeled. We'll see if we get it. So, what was that? That was a ping on Verdant Steppe. In Timeless Waste, Jotunheim attacks. Does catch the god. Has one of the... So he split up the Smasher Thugs. I'm not... I'll say... Oh, he does have the Chakras rings. Okay. Yeah, this guy could do it. Kind of depends. Are you gonna get in there, bud? What are you doing? I guess you do want the giants to make contact first. But also you kind of want this guy to get into melee. Oh, he got a good angle too. So he's right here. So very initial hit. Hits him with Shatter for 16 points of damage. Which... bust misform. Another 17, another 20. This guy's got quickness as well, which is really nice to have on him, along with Twist Fate. Alright. So, convinces people as someone rushing someone else, convinces them that this Colossus is such a problem that they should trade him. Was it Smashers? So now he's killed the Nabah god. There's nothing really stopping him from killing Nabah now, and he might become the first free agent because of it. So we'll see how that goes. So Colossus goes down. Then in Kuna Ural, very budget. Alright, loses an archer. And goes on the cap. No, pings the cap. Alright, so we see all this additional PD now. A lot more body ethereal. We've got GSS thugs now. See, all this stuff wasn't here even, I think, last turn. So yes, he did kill the Colossus, but now there's a legitimate army here. I still think he should still have the advantage. Thrym's hurtings, at least from the time I fought Jotunheim as Nabah, were really tough to deal with as Nabah. Especially before your stuff fatigues out. But that was testing I was doing into Cold 3 because I was invading. Whereas this is in Heat 1, where it should be a little bit easier. I think I remember having a little bit better Bless, though. Let's see, what was his Bless? Oh, let me just click on this guy. Yeah, not really a Bless. The Bronze Colossus is very expensive. Alright. Unexpected event. Dire Wolves run into Morvarks. They run off this Veti Hag. Jotunheim's going to be thrilled about another indie attack. And then Pythium PD knocks out these wolves. All right. Let's see. So, not. I mean, this cave system still hasn't been attacked yet, but not a heck of a lot going on in the caves. All right, with the so he's protected the fort construction here. He did get a push on the Pretender as opposed to the Pretender because Nabaz said he was going to try and deconstruct this fort. So he did get the push here into Timeless Waste. I'm not sure these giants might be able to make it to Nabaz cap. Oh, 12 map move. No, they won't. All right. They might be able to get to here, though. 12. Well, I mean, they're moving out of a wasteland, though. Maybe they just get here or here. I wonder if maybe this group goes here and this group goes here. And then you move on to the cap together. That could be a thing you can try. Or you just like build up in Black Forest and then go on the cap just to avoid like any army pushing mechanics if Nabah rides out. All right. Then down here, we've got the Morvarks continuing to set the line with Machaka, but not really doing anything to knock out Machaka's army and keep Machaka under siege. I do wonder if they should have just taken that fight, and maybe now they're starting to lose some initiative versus Machaka. Especially with Agartha pushing as hard as they are. So this is Lorborough, where he attempted that defense. Killed a lot of stuff. So the fort is not cracked. So he's got more time to respond. We've got the new Agartha army building up in Iskepni. And then we got some, like a little raiding group here. Kurnow Druids are starting to build up. I wonder if he's had time to maybe get Evo 5. Where he could potentially consider Gifts from Heaven as a way to kill a bunch of Agarthan troops. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of new stuff here too. So this stuff's going to start moving out to the front line. And then he's trying to defend this, the Mount Frost. I mean, those wolves do pretty well. I would go ahead and keep on trying to get these winter wolves. I like sites like that give you stuff. Oceania. Alright, so you sat here for a long ass time. Did not even take the throne. Why not take the throne? I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe he's waiting for a gilded invitation. Hopefully he has some time to educate me on what his plans were. Because now I'm just worried he's being complacent. Just kind of heading in turn. I think in the amount of time he's been sitting here, he could have taken this throne and then ran all the way back and potentially taken this one as well. And then been set up for like a big power move into yes. Not threatening this cave system anymore. All right. And then our other war. Let's see. Pyrene is here in the forest. Does this army go to Copper Woods, knowing that there's probably a lab here due to Pyrene's foreign recruit? Or does he stay in the open field here in Austrias? And then maybe Pyrene gets to combine his forces here and take a fight. The other thing I'm wondering is, can all this stuff make it over to Grey Mountains with this stuff and this stuff? And then maybe he can try to kill this Shenu stack that's here. That would be interesting. I don't know if they can make it, though. 16 map move. but this is counting it as if it's enemy stuff. This is Highlands. I forget the penalty. I'm pretty sure they have forest move though, right? Oh, they have mountain survival. That might work with Highlands. Animal mountain survival. We'll see. All right. And then, yeah, I think that's it for this turn. Pretty fun turn. We saw a pretty big battle here in Lorborough. And we saw the Bronze Colossus get smashed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Although I can flash the graphs at least pretty quickly here. So we got provinces, Pythium evening up with Shenu, taking the lead on income. There's gem income. Oceania is doing a bit of a research rush at the moment. I wonder what they're looking for. Then we got Shenu and Pythium on army size. So the two the two biggest armies still picking on, I guess. Oh, I guess he's third now, just barely. So positions 1 and 2 killing position 3 in a way, at least according to army graphs. But yeah, I think that's it for this turn. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.